Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Dave from DLLM Cactus. Today got a couple of plants that I bought from Home Depot. I feel like I got a couple of good deals. This one's the Elkhorn Euphorbia, otherwise known as Euphorbia lactea crest. A lot of you real familiar with the variegated form. It's like the dragon bones Euphorbia, where this one there's a lot of variegation underneath. So it kind of prompted me to get this. That and the size of it, really good size to it. So that one was $24.98. And then right over here, they had a whole pot full of Myrtillos. So not that I need any more Myrtillocactus, but kind of too good to pass up there. $24.98 as well. And I've already counted like 40, so I'm going to separate that. Kind of clean off the roots, and then I have kind of a longer, bigger container. I'm going to kind of separate it out and give it a little bit of space. I'm probably going to grow a couple of them, but then use the majority of them for grafting. And then I have a nice little pot right there. I'm going to kind of repot the Euphorbia. So we'll get them up on the table, and then let's get these kind of cleaned off. They're in that really, really kind of peat moss mix right there, and I definitely want to get them drier, especially when it's going to start getting colder, and I don't want them sitting in any moisture. So we'll get them up on the table and then get them pulled apart. Right, we'll get this one out, get it kind of cleared off. Euphorbia, I'm not going to try to do too much with my left hand. If I grab the plant, I'm going to do most of it with the right, but whenever doing Euphorbia, they do have that little white sap that can make you kind of nauseous and have stomach issues. So definitely I always wear a little protection when I'm dealing with them. Let's see what we got here. I watered it like a week ago, so I tried not to get it too moist for when I'm breaking it apart here. Get some of this cleared off. Still has some moisture for sure. A lot of it's just massaging off. Root structure isn't huge. All right, yeah, coming off pretty good here. Kind of massage these down. Kind of knock it through. Try not to do too much damage, but these things definitely need to become drier so that once spring comes, I can go on kind of a normal watering schedule. So really it's more prep for next season more than this. We're sitting at about 80 degrees today. Yeah, because I'll probably stop watering here in late October, like mid-October, late October. I usually don't water from then until like mid-February. But sorry if there's any like little glitches in the video. It's always because I'm stopping and kind of editing out for the planes. There's always planes going by. So that's what that little transition is. But this one's pretty cleaned off. You can see a lot of the variegation is towards the bottom right there. Really kind of neat. So let's hope it kind of grows out through it. I'm getting some of that white sap right there. So that's what I'm kind of telling you about. Definitely don't want to get that on your skin. But this one's pretty cleaned out. Root structure looks pretty good. It's not the deepest pot that I'm going into, but I think this will work perfectly for now. But yeah, I'll get this one off, and we'll get the Myrtillocactus up here next. All right, got the Myrtillocactus next. And this one, just to mention, this was kind of like a flat sheet. You can buy these on Amazon. I think it's like $6, but they have little buttons that fold up. And then literally when you got all the excess dirt, you can just kind of fold it and then just put it right in the little trash bag. So love this. I've been using it with the seedlings a lot. lately, and it saves me a lot of just like cleaning up and dealing with mess. But this one's going to be probably a little bit more tricky. Definitely more roots there. So we'll try to get this pulled apart. Probably won't show the whole thing because this is going to definitely be a little bit more tedious. But we'll get this kind of knocked off. Like I said, I didn't water it super recent, so definitely will give it a little easier time of getting it pulled away here. Right after you water, it is tough to get these out, especially the ones that are kind of root bound or whatnot. Just kind of try to pull around. Try not to do so much damage, but these guys are tough. I deal with Myrtillos a lot, so they can handle a little roughness. Like I said, too, this isn't as much about this growing season as it is about getting them ready for spring. And then might use a couple of these for some small grafts right away, but we shall see. There we go. Just kind of pull it apart. Some of them have kind of been in the center and haven't had that great light or best growing, environment, but we'll get them kind of cleaned off and get them into a better situation. And then others have grown really strong. So if I was going to graft any, it would probably be them. Smaller roots. So real shallow on the roots too, so I'll be able to definitely have some more space for them in that other container. But yeah, this one's almost got to be 6 inches, 7 inches, and it's got a nice like firm thickness to it, so that's definitely graftable. This one I caught my eye right when I bought it. So that one's very kind of squared off and a little scarred too, so that's definitely a graft candidate right there as well. So probably won't put those in the main container. I'll probably hold those off to the side, give them their own container. But I will get the rest of these pulled off. Don't want to bore you with the whole thing, kind of pulling them apart, but I'll show you what I have when I lay them out, and then we'll get them in the other container. All right, got them all separated out here. I ended up counting 47. So 47, and they're all seedlings. These aren't cuttings. They actually have their own like tap roots to them. As you can definitely see, goes straight down. Huge root structure on some of them. And then others a little bit smaller because being cramped, but they're definitely not cuttings. These are all from seed. And 47 for 25 bucks. So yeah, you're looking at like 60 cents a piece for grafting stock or Myrtillocactus. So pretty cool. These 8 over here I'm going to use for grafting right away. They're thick enough and definitely have that like real pumped out feeling to them. It's the only one I might not. I don't know what's going on with the spines on this one, so I might try to grow this one out and just see. It's pretty interesting. Don't know if it could be a hybrid or something, so probably won't graft on this one, but the other 7 I will. And then I will get the other 40 into there, give them a little bit more space, but still tight enough, and then I'll get those potted up and show you how that looks. Right, we're gonna pot up this Bactea crest here. Has decent root structure, and it's not the hugest pot, but definitely want to kind of keep it tight. Maybe repot it next spring or summer, but definitely going to put it in here, keep it dry for the cooler months. So definitely get a little base of the, it's basically a 50% cactus mix. I use that black gold cactus and succulent mix, and then 50% chunky pumice. We'll put a little base down inside there first. Do something for the roots to kind of sit on. And always mix in, it's going to be my worm gold. So definitely add a little bit. I don't usually add a little fertilizer until they're more established. So put a little worm castings in there on the bottom just for when it gets ready. And we will sit this up. Turn it around. I usually do one side at a time just to kind of give it a stable place to sit in. Pack that in a little bit, get rid of the air bubbles. I think it's sitting pretty good, and then gonna put a little top dressing on. Just that regular like drainage rock. Gonna do it on there to give it a little weight so it's not too. It's that all-purpose stone that you get at Lowe's or Home Depot. $6 a bag, so it won't break the budget. Make sure you get every little nook and cranny. I think that will do it. Give it a quick little mist off, get some of that dust down, then we'll see what we have. All right, got them potted up. This one's going to be that Lactea crest. Got the cool variegation underneath. Getting it potted up now. I just didn't mess with too much water, just misted. Kind of clear it off. But really cool. They do like a 90-day. So if you're breaking the roots or if you find something down low that you don't like if it's rotted or whatnot, you can take it back to Home Depot. They just give you a full refund right there. So that's what's kind of cool. This one, I put the 40 in here, kind of spaced them out a little bit, some with the bigger roots over on this side, and gave them much more space to kind of get thicker. And then these 7, I didn't even bother putting them in dirt. I'm going to be grafting on these this weekend. So definitely cool plants. At this part of the season, usually don't take on projects, but I'm a sucker for Myrtillocactus, and anytime I can get rootstock for 60 cents, I'm going to do it. But this one, it was just too hard to pass up. Just love the look of it. Love the variegation that's coming out on some. So really neat plant. And thanks for watching, everybody. I'll post another video probably later in the week, and then we'll see you on the next one.